Whatever activity you pursue, it has to be something that's passionate to you. You're going to spend time doing it. There's no point in doing it like any sport, halfway.
Coming from Tri-Cities, who would ever thought that I've have traveled this far, so I am very honored.
You can have a school without athletics, but that's just like having a building with bricks but no mortar. The athletics holds it together.
Just getting involved whatever you can school-wise creates a better person.
Anything that you want to do, there's sacrifices, but it's not a sacrifice if it's a true love and a passion for what you're doing.
We have tremendous fans. We've got fans that go way back from when it started, and they're still there. They're in their 90s, but they're still coming to matches.
I think what's unique about high school athletics is that pretty much everybody has the opportunity to participate, and so it's such a great level to be involved in, and it's more a pure form of sport.
There are so few opportunities after high school for kids to really go on and excel, and the high school experience is such a great experience, such an awesome opportunity for kids to perform and to play and to be a part of a team.
WIAA has done a wonderful job of bringing everything together, not only the sports, but the cheerleading and the music and the performing arts.
Be supportive of the program, the whole broad perspective of activities and athletics. Give it the kind of support it needs, and encourage your coaches, give them the kind of help they need.
The athletes that I come involved with, I like to be considered student athletes because that's what I teach. You must be a student first before you can be an athlete.
Some people get excited about hitting a baseball out of a park. I get excited going to a library and uncovering a treasure trove of research.
Every one of these athletes here is a multi-sport athlete. To be a well-rounded athlete, you have to participate. You have to get involved, not only in your athletics, but in your community.
I see kids who are specializing, which I wish they weren't, because there's such a great opportunity to have more experiences with different coaches if you're involved in different sports.
I think kids got to be careful nowadays doing sports all year round of getting burnt out by the time they get to college, and they don't have that passion. Once that passion is gone, it's hard to find the love and fire within to play well.
For all the values that come out of any competition, whether it be on the gridiron, the soccer field, the basketball arena, or the classroom where my competition was held, competition inspires all of us to do our very best.
Always trying to instill in the kids that it isn't the win, it's about being the best you can be.
I think that life is a winning situation, and you've got to learn to win. But you have to lose also along the way, and when you do, you have to just pick yourself up and go back at it.
You cannot stay, you have to keep going forward. You can't ever look back. As soon as that year's done, you gotta put it away and then start going for the next year if you want to be there.
Push for excellence in everything you do, and hopefully in all aspects of life.
The greatest memories, I think, of our athletic careers are here in the state of Washington.
To kind of come in and be the Cinderella team and win the state championship was really a big thrill.
We only had about 130 students in high school, up to 140. At the gym it'd seat 2,000 people. So you imagine where the pressure was, and it was packed.
And she was just in the midst of doing giants, and the whole bars lifted and collapsed on, right on the floor. And I can just remember seeing her and coming off of the bar and the cable just coming directly across my face like this. And I'm thinking, okay, 10 minutes to march in, here's my top kid. The bars have just collapsed. And I just went up to her and I said, well, that was great. And I said, that's the most unique dismount I've ever seen you do.
Junior football coaches gave me the first taste of football, even though they felt I would never go anywhere in football because I was a skinny kid that didn't like contact. Well, yeah. For sure, I would think the same thing. If you're a skinny kid didn't like contact, why would you want to play football? Or why would a coach say, hey, he's going to be a Super Bowl MVP?
I'm a yeller, I'm a pretty intense guy in the match, and I get in every match and I move around, and probably more than most people.
The most impressive thing I can remember is Blanchette was playing Renton, and I can't remember the year, but we had a heck of a game, and as I mentioned, Tom Workman scored at the end of the game, and they had never been ahead in that ball game. And then we were at Heck Edmondson Pavilion, and the referee's room was way up in the boondocks. And Irv Leifer, the losing coach, came up and thanked us for the job we'd done, and just something you'll never forget.
In 1 month, 2.3 million people looked on our web pages just for high school sports. And that number is larger than the people that looked at the web pages for the Seahawks, the Huskies, the Cougars, the Sonics, all the other things combined on sports. And whenever somebody tells me that there's little interest in high school sports in Seattle or anywhere else, I throw that number back at them. And if you're not convinced after hearing that number, I ask them a simple question. What else connects so directly to so many people?
It has taught me the serious meaning of work ethic, that your work does account for something.
Sportsmanship, having a positive attitude.
People who just, they live and breathe being part of that program.
Kids that are doing it just for the joy of the sport, which is what it should be.